Canada's economy is in tatters, and what is to be blamed? Well, there are a volley of reasons that are pushing the Canadian economy in shambles. It's pertinent to look at how he handled the economy. Well, experts and economists have fairly divergent viewpoints, but they all agree on one thing, that a few missteps and few actions by Trudeau messed the economy up. When Trudeau took office in 2015, Canada's economy was thriving. But now, over the last decade, Canada's growth has been the slowest among industrialized nations. The GDP growth has plummeted to near zero. From 3.5% in 2015, the country is barely moving with 0.3% in growth. The Canadian economy has come to a grinding halt under his watch. Zero growth, that's the reality under Trudeau. And it's not just a few numbers, this is real. Real people are suffering. Let's break it down further. There is no doubt that debt under Trudeau has gone up significantly, and the statistics stacked up says the same. According to the annual financial report of Government of Canada, the federal debt went up by $63.1 billion from March 2023 to March 2024. It stood at $1,236.2 billion, with total liabilities standing at staggering $2.1 trillion. Let's look at the debt as the proportion of GDP, which will give you the scale of the debt. If we go by the same Canadian government report, the federal debt as a proportion of GDP inched up from 41.1% in 2022-2023 to 42.1% of GDP in 2023-2024. After debt, how can we miss labor market to gauge the health of economy? The first sign of the economy battling a real crisis is the high unemployment rate. As the economy shrinks, the opportunities for employment go down. That is exactly what is happening in Canada. Look at the shocking unemployment rates. The unemployment rate rose sharply to 6.6% in August. This kind of high unemployment was grappled by the Canadian economy 7 years ago, excluding the pandemic years of 2020 and 2021. What about the rising cost of everything? Under Trudeau's leadership, inflation hit an 18-year high in 2022 at 8.1%. 8.1%, you heard that right. The average Canadian saw prices for food, gas, and basic essentials skyrocket. In 2023, inflation stood at a higher level at 4.5%. This is hitting everyone hard. Just last year, the average Canadian family was paying $1,000 more every month due to rising prices. Fuel, food, and housing costs were all up. Meanwhile, Trudeau's tax hikes have been making it worse. Gas prices have gone through the roof. Canadians are paying $1.80 per liter of gas. And the housing crisis? Home prices are up by 32% since 2020, making it impossible for first-time buyers to own a home. This isn't just bad economics. This is devastating for families. As the economy was already having a tough time, Trudeau battered the state of economy by taking a raft steps, including hiking taxes across board. Firstly, a carbon tax which was hiked in 2022, a proposed grocery tax hike in 2023, taxes on everything. Meanwhile, the economy is barely hanging on. Canada's economic growth has been sluggish. While neighbors to the south, the US grew by 2.5 times faster than Canada in the past decade. Trudeau's policies have left Canada trailing behind. So what's the verdict? Trudeau has ballooned the country's debt, sent inflation through the roof, taxed people to death, and left Canadians struggling. The economy is collapsing and the future of the country is uncertain. Can Canada survive this? Or has Trudeau's disastrous handling of economy sealed country's fate? Drop your thoughts in the comments and stay connected with Republic Business for every economic twist and turn.